Oh, yesterday was the Spanish Grand Prix. Oh wait, we don't call it that anymore. So yesterday was the Barcelona Catalunya Grand Prix, and some interesting stuff happened. Particularly Lewis Hamilton winning a race for Ferrari. But don't care about that. All I care about are the memes, especially the many, many, many Charlotte Leclerc depression memes we're gonna get from that weekend. Biggest win of the weekend, all the Charlotte Leclerc depression memes we're gonna be reacting. So without further ado, here is the Barcelona Catalunya Reddit meme review. Per usual, we're on Formula Dank, and the first meme is they nuke the wrong car. Toto Wolff on the phone, blow his engine, wrong car. Yeah, unfortunately, Kimi got hit with the Mercedes dodgy engine curse, and George still didn't win. So I don't really know who won our Mercedes today, but yeah, there was something wrong with that Mercedes engine. So we have probably the most shocking thing to happen in F1 in 2026, a Ferrari strategic masterclass. We have checked. Yeah, one of them is a psychic or whatever, and just knew exactly when Alonso's. Actually, I don't even need to be a psychic. You knew eventually Alonso's engine was going to blow and cause a VSC. So Ferrari just had common sense today. No one else did. Ferrari knew there's going to be a VSC some point because Alonso's engine is just going to blow. So congratulations Ferrari for having common sense. Now this next meme, as an Irishman, I don't know how to feel about it, but British bias, this podium has been colonized yet. The first all British podium since 1968, I believe. And as an Irishman, that was a terrifying sight. But fair play to all of them for getting on the podium. And yeah, at least we had the Italian national anthem. That made it good. That was the Italian national anthem. So I'm not. It wasn't a horrific podium in my opinion. We'll probably need something to mention about Gasly's whole Monaco podium debacle, but Isaac had a podium, but unfortunately lost it. Yeah, unfortunate times for Isaac Hazard. Even when everything's going good well, it goes bad. But hey, at least he finished. Yeah, at least he finished Monaco and like his teammate. That's the one pro he has for the weekend. But he no longer has a cool trophy. So thoughts and prayers for Isaac Hadger. How the hell can I not? Anyway, and it's not a Reddit meme video without that Lewis Hamilton pointy meme. I fucking won. Yes, you did, Lewis. You won in a Ferrari. Imagine what happens in 12 months. Like, geez, 12 months ago, he was getting overtaken by Hulkenberg in a Sauber. Now he bloody wins the race by 20 seconds. Amazing what can happen in a year. So when we have Alonso retirement rumors, Alonso saying, this is probably my last Barcelona race in F1. Everyone begins to panic. And then we remember there is no Barcelona in 2027 because of track rotation with Spa. Everything calm. Yes, tracks like Spa and Barcelona Catalunya on rotation. But let's have Miami every year. But yeah, it's totally not out of money, and Miami is definitely a better race circuit. Me when I lie. Anyway. Okay, before I read this meme, I'd like to make a comment on the incorrect use of there. That is not the correct there. So that's a boo meme in my opinion. But anyway, I'm not reading the caption, but oh my god, I have never heard a Ferrari race engineer this excited. Yeah, also, Hamilton's new race engineer is the most Italian sounding man ever. Like he was probably talking like this. You are doing a great job. The Mercedes are slow. Alonso's engine has gone blow blow, and we are going to win the race. Well done, Lewis. Hammer time. Yeah. A throwback meme, but I'm very much approving of this message. Okay, FA, after the matter with Gasly took quite a while, can you please finally confirm this? Breaking Sebastian Vettel reinstated into P1. For those who don't know, just watch the Canada 2019 highlights and know that was probably the thing that was like the worst decision the FIA made back then, and that would have been a tame decision now for the FIA. that penalty for Vettel in Canada. That was 7 years ago. My God. Anyway, I'm moving on before I feel old. I am old. More Alonso memes. There's not been a lot of Charles Leclerc depressed memes, so I'm very disappointed in Reddit. But right now, the AMR 26 is the gift that keeps on giving, and we have Chad Alonso. My farewell gift to you, Hamilton. You are welcome. And a VSC, which gave Hamilton the lead. Let's be realistic. He was probably winning the race anyway, like he won by bloody 20 seconds, but it would have been nice to see him having to overtake the Mercedes on track. But Honda said no. Lewis, you are winning this without having to overtake for the lead. Well done. So yeah, thank you Alonso for denying us an on-track overtake for the lead for Lewis, but hey, you contributed to Lewis's win, so well done. Well done to you, sir. And Toto's the least happy. We needed a post-Barcelona upgrade. We treat our drivers we treat our drivers equally. Disappointed for Kimi and happy that Lewis won. Yeah, is Toto still going on with the narrative that Lewis is still the driver or something? He'll always be part of the Mercedes family, that kind of stuff. Also, George exists, but meh. Yeah. Weird times for Mercedes, weird times. They're comfortably winning, but it feels weird. Because when's the last time both their drivers had a clean weekend? Australia. Well, even then, Kimi crashed. Have they had a fully clean weekend yet? Actually, for both their drivers. Damn, that is actually that deep in fall on that. But hey, we'll move on. Finally, get some Charles Leclerc depressed memes. He's only second to Max Truss and potential fraud, with Charles Leclerc's face on it. Yeah, it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. I saw apparently Leclerc is closer to Gasly than he is to Hamilton now. So we have moved on from the Gasly Verstappen rivalry to the Leclerc Gasly rivalry now. Somehow, some way, Gasly's getting involved in every rivalry right now. And yeah, it's been a tough couple of weeks for Charles. Maybe it wasn't the brakes. Maybe. Here we go, Charles Leclerc, the press beams. Let's go. Can park dead, mate. Must be the brakes. Yeah, that quality crash was quite interesting. It's like something I do on the F1 game, but this guy's an actual driver, and he did that when he could have easily been on pole. Let's be realistic. Like Leclerc could have easily got pole there, if not being in the top three, and then he might have won. Well, actually, no, he wouldn't have won because his hydraulics failed during the race, but which would have been even more depressing, which means like we denied more Charles Leclerc depressing means because no one really cares about Charles Leclerc DNF because he was like sixth or something and Kimi DNF at the same time, so people really don't care about Charles DNF, which means yeah, this crash cost me the chance of more Charles Leclerc depressed memes, and I am very annoyed now. Why did you crash in Q3, Charles? Why? Come on. I need my weekly dose of Charles Leclerc depressed memes. And rant over. And we have probably the worst Photoshop job ever, but it's a brilliant meme. Well, well, well. And it's that scene from Ford versus Ferrari when that Christian Bale was playing, looks up, and the Enzo Ferrari tips his cap, but instead we got Lewis and Fernando. Brilliant meme format. Horrific Photoshop job, but good meme overall. Thank you. Yeah, you should have had Charles Leclerc being depressed, though, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Right, I'm going to enter with this one here. I don't care it's a Monaco meme, but it's a Charles Leclerc depressed meme, and it's a top tier Charles Leclerc depressed meme. Control C, Control V. In a popular Netflix series, one of these guys is trapped in a nightmarish world and suffered trauma throughout the following seasons. The other guy was in Stranger Things. And yeah, I think, yeah. So Charles Leclerc and Will Byers are the same being in parallel universes. And that makes a lot of sense. So, spoiler alert for Stranger Things season 5, but like if you haven't seen it at this stage, it's been out for like 6 months, it's your own fault. But what episode does Charles get the cool superpowers in? Just waiting for them. But hey, we'll have him one day, Shaw. You'll get the cool superpowers. So that concludes the Barcelona Catalunya Reddit meme review. Not the best meme review because it lacks Charles Leclerc the press memes. But anyway, great race overall. Congratulations, Lewis. You've won in a Ferrari, and Fernando Alonso has a bad engine. We knew that already, but it's nice bringing it up every race. So next up we got Austria, and hopefully there'll be more Charles Leclerc the press memes. Or maybe Charles Leclerc wins. Now there's a better chance of Stroll finishing the race, let's be